Hiya, I'm Mika, and welcome back to Riven. I just really this playthrough has absolutely killed whatever momentum my channel had, and honestly, I'm kind of here for it. It's fucking hilarious. Yeah, it's not here. I need to go up the ladder tube this way. If you remember, pretty early on into the series, there's that cart inside of the village. I just kind of left it underwater. But if I could figure out how to access that cart, then that'll give me access to a new area. Weird heat back here. This tunnel's gotta be so uncomfortable then, right? Like, air's not exactly coming in or out. I mean, except for at the ends. And then all of these heat rings, so it's incredibly warm. Just seems uncomfortable at a certain point. But yeah, it's about time that I offered the village more of my attention. I didn't want to intrude. It's not really my place to be. But I feel like I'm not running out of options, but this is the most promising area at the moment. I mean, maybe not the most promising. I imagine there's a couple of other places. I didn't want to go to the fish. I remember. It's over this way. Nope. Ended up kind of going in a circle. It's this way. Nope, that's the fish again. It's this way. It's alarm time? Are you a rebel? Is that an alarm for the rebels? What is this way? Oh, okay. I didn't have to go through that middle bit at all. Fantastic. Because again, there's this diagram. Feeding people to fish. Oh yeah, that's a ball floating out in the water. Again, talked about that in his notes. Hello. It's nice to meet you. I feel like 5 is plenty. Might have been a little excessive, frankly. Huh? Hey now. Your assessment is mistaken. I'm here to fight again. That's whatever. I'll have my opportunity to prove that some other time, probably. These are fascinating little pods. Okay. Can't go in there, so we'll go around. We lowered that down there. Sort of bowl stand. Couple of drums. A kiln of some sort. Or furnace or stove. Is there a way to lower the pod from here? No. It doesn't appear so. It doesn't look like it's powered, right? It looks like it's missing steam. So how do I refill it? That's just some houses. That's just where some folk live. I was really hoping for something more promising. There's a crying child this way. Are they okay? I've gone backwards. Gone backwards again? I guess there's nowhere to go but backwards from here. There was a crying child. Where's the child? Are they okay? Do you have a child? Where's the child? That's the golden altar. It really does appear that I've exhausted some level of options here. So I was mistaken in my... Hello? I was mistaken in my belief that this had something new for me. finish exploring this way? Hello, proboscis seal. Because I was here pretty early on as well. Oh yeah, the water fountain. But what does that tell me? Oh! Well, hello. Meter's full up, it looks like. That's either gonna rotate me or... Nope. Okay. Does that rotate me then? Yeah. So we can either go forward on the track or backwards on the track. Let's keep the original positioning. Let's see if we can go forward on the track. I believe this will be go then. So we've made it to a station. Not allowed to exit from the station. What does this do? Does that allow me to... No. Oh, that's a direction. That's a direction chooser. So if I turn around, there was the fork in the track. And it could either go right or left. We came from left, so this will be somewhere new, I have to assume. Exiting the water into an air bubble. Now I should be able to exit. No, wait, I wasn't... Because there's a ladder there, but I can't use it? Nope, Whatever. Can I go forward from here? No. Okay, alright. Let's start making a map of this place. Where did I put my pencil? There it is, right next to my mouse. Village water car. So there's like the initial port that we started from. And then it goes to this Y piece. And then there's this village platform. So let's see what's the other way. I don't think we'll encounter any Y pieces, but let's have it on the left just in case. Because we are trying to get back to the Y intersection that we saw last time. Yeah, we're trying to get to this spot right here. We are going to go forward again from here. We currently have left selected, so we're going to see what that does. It appears that this is another port, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we'll be able to get out from here, as I didn't figure it out on that last one, where we knew where that was. Is there a forward? There is a forward. Okay. We've got another port here. Okay. If I remember correctly, this one seemed to have like that sort of stick triangle structure. I'd like to go back and visit that, but it's important to know that there is in fact another stop before a Y piece. I don't know where that goes. Oh. Shit. Well, that changes everything just a little bit. Because this is now an X intersection. Except because I had left selected coming in this way, we do know that I was on the right path from this perspective. So there is still an unknown left path from here. That's what I get for not looking. I was too busy doodling in my notebook. I wasn't watching what we were doing. So this should go back to the stick cone exit. We'll see if we can get out. First things first, so I do want to rotate this the other way. Now let's try to get out. All right. All right, not in fact the stick cone. That's a thing to know. What am I looking at here? That over there is the elevator that raises and lowers the cart. We are parked right here at this nearer one. It looks like there's this sort of loop that sort of spiders off in various directions. There's several levers here. Let's see. What if we flip this first one? No tangible change. I could have been mistaken. My diagram might still have been correct. And now I've got 5 lever labeled. It is unclear what any of these levers are doing. Can I get back in the pod? I'd like in the pod, please. Shit. Did I fuck it up with the levers? Those two were on. Yeah, it's changed nothing. That has changed absolutely nothing. How do I don't want to look down. I'd like to use the ladder. Fuck. While we're here, let's just turn them all on. Like, I don't see why not. Oh. Those are docks, right? Yeah, so now I can go down in there. So which lever did that? Okay, so I have a dock out at the stick cone. Stick cone lever still out. I guess I can't see the one that I'm above. First one's down. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Is 5 this one? So if the first one's down... No, that's still available. Yeah, so here it's retracted, that's retracted, retracted. Okay, let's start with the 5th one. Okay, that's that out there. Making a crude diagram. Give me a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5th lever. Tent. I'm going to call that tent. So 5th lever up is tent. 4th lever up. Let's not get ourselves confused now. 4th lever up is... lever house. Lever house. Let's just double check that one. We'll flip that down, flip you up. Let's check out the window. Stick cone. And let's double check that this one has in fact retracted, and it has. Okay. Stick cone down, this one up. Is that the village platform back here? I think it is the village platform back here. Village platform. I don't have a diagram for tent. Flip you down, flip you up. That's probably the initial port that I got on. Initial port. Okay, cool. So there's no reason to actually have any of these turned off that I'm aware of, because this just allows us to traverse through here using the cart. Now that I'm here, I do want to see if this path continues forward and... Put a box around this. Port access levers. Okay, can we move forward? Ah, shit, we can. We cannot. Okay, so this is in fact a dead end. So if we turn back the other way, it should take us back to that cross intersection. And then I want to go left instead of right to make it to the stick cone. No, I want to go right instead of left. Yeah, this is the big X piece. I'm not going to proceed forward, although I think forward left is probably tent. I do want to at least take a look at the stick cone. And the fact that none of this has required, like, anything else from the other puzzles. I could have done this from the moment I sank this cart. This game is so non-linear with its puzzles. This is stick TP. I should be able to exit because I have the port turned on. There it is. Oh, it's a string elevator. That's sick as hell. Don't mind if I do. Do I have to go at it from a different angle? Do I need to be quicker? Can I do anything? Does feel a bit like that's a dead end at the moment. So if I go forward from here, it should put me at another cross intersection. Let's just, I'm just double checking my map, making sure it's right. Yes. From here, if I go left, I end up at the initial port. If I go right, it should take me to the village platform. So this should be accessible now, and it should be that village platform that I had looked down at a couple of times. Yes. I am curious about what that is, though. Weird Dalek-looking thing. And if I remember correctly, this one is a dead end. It is. Okay, cool. So we want to turn around, go forward twice, and then we can either explore right or left. I suspect that right maybe brings me back around to the initial port. Because again, it looked like it was a circle from up in that window. Yeah, so we're coming into this intersection. This is the X intersection. We've got a right and a left. And we are going to try right first. Because if I'm correct, this continues the sort of internal loop. I might not be correct that this is already the initial port. I'm very open to being wrong about that one, honestly. Because that's just not necessarily the case. We do have a ladder. And... yep. Because up here is this water thing. Oh. What if that water thing has something to do with the cone? Regardless, my hypothesis has borne out correctly. Right path loops back to the main starting point. So we want to turn this around, that way we don't have to go into a full circle. We want to go forward one, turn around again, and then go left. And that should take us to tent. I hope they're nice there. I hope they're friendly. At tent. So now I've turned around. We want to make sure that we have this set to the correct direction. And off we go. And here we are at tent. And we'll find out what's here next time. Thank you guys very much for watching. Remember to take care of yourselves and that tomorrow's another day. I hope to see you then. Bye.